The story began in Kenya, where suddenly a helicopter crash caused a riot. Meanwhile, the US Army was looking for the attackers, but then suddenly 2 of them disappeared. Seeing this, the whole team started shooting bullets blindly, but as they turned, a sudden explosion took place and the leader also fainted. After a while, when he opened his eyes, even he didn't remember his name. He has a sign of something on his hand. He was in a police station which was completely destroyed. After a while, when he removed a brick and looked outside, he was very scared. He screamed and started crying for help, but then a woman inside told him to stay calm because of his action. Their lives could be in danger. Well, her name was Nadia, who worked as a French doctor. Nadia told him that robots like machines have attacked the whole world. Hearing this, the man got very scared and started crying for help again. Then some men came to the police station, and after killing the prisoners they brought, they remembered that they will get a special reward for the Americans. The boy knew their language, and that's why he wanted to make deal with them. They attacked him. And while fighting with their group leader, they both fell down from the window. The 2 remaining men moved to Nadia, but somehow she snatched their gun and shot one of them. The other man caught Nadia and stuck her to the wall, but then Nadia took a brick from the wall and killed him. On the other hand, that American also snatched a gun and killed the leader, and then another man attacked him with an electrical device. But as the American held the device, the man got the shock instead of the American. Before he could understand anything about this, he saw some robots, very large in size. People were running here and there. The American also ran away to save his life and hid inside a car. Still then the robot scanned him from a distance and went away without doing anything. After this, the American went in search of Nadia, who named him Bo after looking at the letters on his shirt. After this, they took the weapons and went outside. He wanted to reach the US Army base, but Nadia believed this would not help because all would have died there. Also, wandering openly on the road is full of danger, but they had no options, so Nadia also had to assist him. Finally, they took a car and went towards their destination. Bo often saw a glimpse of the memories of past, but he didn't remember anything. At that time, bullets were fired and his car collided. As he came outside, he understood that the Kenyan soldiers had surrounded them. Nadia tried to calm them down, but the soldier got very angry, and by Bo's tattoo, the soldiers got serious. According to them, they were members of a group called Dish. Bo snatched the soldier's gun and shot some of them, and then asked about his tattoo, on which the soldier replied that there is a radar system of the US Army at the border, and there is exactly the same tattoo on all of them, and everyone believed that Dish has called these robots to the earth. Then another soldier tried to kill Bo, but Bo easily saved himself and dropped him, but some old memories distracted him before killing him. After that, they took car of the Kenyan soldiers and went back to the radar station. Going ahead, they saw that the electric wires were spreading all over, but now he couldn't turn back because a robot was following him. Then after a few seconds, the robot attacked him. To save him, Nadia put the car on the electric wires, which caused their car to get damaged, and they both got out of car and hid at a place. Looking for him, the robot saw a man and his daughter, and he immediately killed the man. Seeing this, Nadia fired in the air to distract it. But for some reason, despite seeing them, he did not attack them and killed the girl and left. The next day, they went back to their destination. After walking for a long, they heard a man speaking something in English, but then they found that the voice was from a recorder, which the locals had kept to trap them. After that, the locals took them to an abandoned building, and 2 bikers went at high speed from there. Seeing the robot behind them, he understood that these people want them as scapegoat to destroy the robot. As he came, everyone attacked him, and a man threw a chain on him and dropped him down. But then some other robots came, just as they met together and killed most of the locals. During the fight, he somehow freed his hands, and they both hid at a place, and after which the robots started following the bikes and left. After a while, they started walking back to their destination. While crossing a bridge, Bo's eyes fell on the light coming from away, and he shot him immediately. But after careful look, it was found that the light was from a photographer named Stander's camera. He had a lot of pictures of robots attack, and while clicking these pictures, he was badly injured. And now, according to him, he would not survive. Then they heard of a blast nearby, and the 3 hid in an empty building where the Stander's eyes fell on the tattoo, which he immediately recognized. Then he tried to make a deal with them by showing some pics of the radar station. According to the deal, Bo will kill him instead of the camera. Bo started thinking of someone's death in the past, so he refused to kill Stander, which made the Stander shout so that the robots could find them. Now Nadia had no other option, so she strangled Stander and killed him. After a while, they both went back towards their destination, but this time they were taking the help of those pics. After a while, their camera was dead and they started moving ahead in car. But as they moved ahead, suddenly some strange sounds started coming in the radio. And then they saw a robot that was completely destroyed, and they heard a loud bang, and they immediately started running away with their car. But suddenly more than 100 robots started chasing them. To save their lives, they both entered an empty house basement. But then suddenly a flying saucer started pulling them up. After a few seconds, he fell down. But the flying saucer took Nadia away. As soon as he fell, he fainted, and after a few hours he woke up and saw that he had a deep injury on his leg. After a few rounds of bandaging, he had no other option but to reach the destination. He finally reached the radar station, but before he reached there, the radar station was completely destroyed. Then he saw a fresh painting on the wall, and he went in search of the painter in the city, where he saw some people who had weapons to defeat the robots. Then 2 robots came and scanned him and went back. Bo's memory came back, but he fainted and fell down. After a while, when he woke up, he saw that some people had brought him to a safe underground room, where the doctor first treated his feet and then brought him to meet Kara and Juma. After hearing Bo's story, Juma told that now Nadia will never be back. But Kara was surprised why that flying saucer left Bo. And to answer these questions, they reached an engineer named Roderick who had the MP machine to defeat the robots, and now he was working on a larger model of this MP. His plan was to run this machine right below the saucer so that all the robots would also be destroyed. But he had never been so close to the flying saucer, because it only came when a lot of people and robots gathered at once. Then Roderick got a message that many robots were towards him. Juma was surprised how the robots found them. Right at that time, after listening to Juma and watching Roderick's drawings, he remembered that a robot had put a tracker inside him during the war, and from then on, robots were finding other people with the tracker. After hearing Kara moved forward to kill Bo, but Bo had a better plan. According to him, they could have the flying saucer with the tracker. After this, they made a plan and took the machine to the city through a tunnel. But one of them accidentally stepped on the mine, which caused a huge explosion, and then his eyes fell on the flying saucer. They followed it and went back into the cave, but then a robot fired and 2 more people were killed. 2 small robots also attacked them, and Kara got severely injured. They both killed the robots, but then some more robots started following them, so Kara decided to stop the robots there. And as soon as everyone left, Kara hurled the grenades and destroyed all the robots coming behind. Finally, Bo and his companions reached the other robots and the flying saucer. Bo got the opportunity and attacked a robot from EMP, which gave the people standing there the chance to run away. But the robots also started shooting, in which Roderick's big EMP machine battery was damaged. Roderick tried to fix it, but there was no benefit of it. Then Bo remembered that because of the tracker, he also had a special power. After this, Bo captured the fallen robot with one hand and the EMP with the other hand. This caused a lot of pain to Bo, but all the energy of robot went to the EMP machine, and there was a huge EMP explosion, in which all the robots and their flying saucer were destroyed. All the people standing there realized after a while that they have finally defeated these aliens. If you liked the video, then like it and subscribe to the channel.